You'll get the best of them in class, and then you'll go to the convenience store at 7, and they'll be robbing the store. It's just so up and down. It's just so up and down with these guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to point out Brandon Williams scored 20 in 4 quarters, 420. He got arrested for weed. 420, yeah. So, yeah, he's coming over that.
Yo, do the knowledge, nigga. The math is math. Open your motherfucking third eye. It's basketball Illuminati. The Grizz, what the fuck is going on in Memphis, man?
That's the coaching staff.
Yeah, for real. That's what I was just gonna get to. Well, ask the coaching staff. That's what John said. That's all. That's the week. That's what you gotta add, man. What's up with the coaching staff? That's the whole week for them.
Welcome to the War in the Paint podcast, the only online destination for amateur analysis, vicarious competition, and more vibes and headlines for all 30 teams in every one of their 82 games. I'm Rodney Blue, multimedia journalist, podcast veteran, and proud poster dad of round ball obsessive personality disorder. And I want to first thank all of you for joining us, whether you're a new listener or returning fan on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. I'm joined, as always, by my esteemed cohorts and fellow basketball enthusiasts. Guys, I'll let you introduce yourselves.
Yeah, my name is Gabe, the front office aficionado, the Celtics fan, and I like to call myself Mr. Tear It Down. So, Rodney, your team might be up next, but we'll see.
I did that just for y'all.
Yo, I'm Aaron, aka Teflon. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm Caesar, your gambling guy, but yeah, we just gonna keep it sweet this week.
Yeah, and it's me, David Morgan, and I'm tired. But like MJ said, no load management, so I'm here.
No load management for them boys, man. This is our first full week of basketball, man. Everybody work a full-time job and shit. Our backs ain't as loose as they used to be. Niggas' muscles is tight.
Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we here, man. Like, we in swing, man. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this war, man. For those who don't know or need a refresher, War in the Paint is a weekly basketball conversation that dares to endeavor covering each of the NBA's 30 teams from the Atlanta Hawks to the Washington Wizards in every one of their 82 games. Me and my inner circle of 30-plussers who can still touch rim and or run a casual, low-stakes, full-court game to pick up while still acknowledging and respecting the necessary precaution of a half-hour stretching before any of the aforementioned activities have been assigned 6 teams each, 3 in the Western Conference and 3 in the East. And every Sunday of the NBA season, we get together, as Pops and Unks are known to do, and discuss our team's performance throughout the previous week. If you end up enjoying what you're hearing, don't forget to follow War in the Paint on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and an app formerly known as Twitter. I've actually been on Threads as of late, man. I don't know if anybody else has made that transition, but I deleted the Elon app off my phone entirely. I can only handle so much porn and racism in the same feed.
Man.
Is that just me? That's not just me, right?
I wouldn't have put it any other way. That's as good as I could have put it.
But yeah, man. I'm enjoying the basketball community on Threads, man. They're a real good group, man. It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying. It feels like you know how it is, man. You know, you jump on a different platform and it's like feel like the early days of the shit. You know, it ain't been fully corrupted by fucking trolls and niggas who have daddy issues and substitute LeBron James in place of their fathers. You know what I'm saying. Am I tripping, or is the LeBron glazing like kind of like it's getting to a point of like it's almost I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I ain't trying to step on no toes, man. But it's kind of outlandish. Am I tripping or not? Niggas calling him daddy and shit.
Who said
that?
Well,
see, I don't know what your algorithm's looking like, but
niggas going crazy. Niggas do all kinds of. I don't even. It don't even be people I follow. I just see stuff, bro. Like I'm very observant, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm watching like a new generation of basketball fans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I did like that one week where they had like
people. Period. A little weird.
Yeah, that's true. It's a new generation of people. But that one week where they had like all the LeBron James songs and stuff, I thought that was pretty cool. But other than that, I don't know.
Shit get real. Shit get real iffy in the trenches, bro. Maybe I'm
Them brown sexuals are
man.
a bit
It's
much.
a real
that's
thing,
what you call
bro.
it, yeah.
But yeah, man, if you're listening on Spotify, be sure to follow War in the Pain and leave a 5-star review. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a thumbs up. You can even hit that little bell to be notified when new episodes are uploaded. That's the easiest way to increase our visibility on the platforms, for the War to reach as many basketball fans as possible, and to make the show more accessible to you and other warlords like yourself. That's what I'm calling our fans, bro. I'm calling them warlords. Am I doing too much?
That's hard. I think that's
No,
hard.
that's hard.
All right, and then us would be the warmongers, right? Like, now I don't know. We could switch that. We could be the warlords, and the fans could be the warmongers. I don't know. We can.
They do our bidding.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, something like that, bro. Everybody need a stand group, bro. Ron Sexuals, case in point. But yeah, man, we're gonna kick this off with some team intros, a breakdown of the 6 teams we'll be covering this season. Let's start with you, Gabe.
Yeah. So out west, man, I got the Golden State Warriors, the Portland Dame Time Trailblazers, the San Antonio Spurs, and in the East, I've got the Bucks, the Knicks, and of course, the greatest franchise in NBA history, the Boston Celtics.
You know what I realized about you, Gabe? Last week we said everybody got a JV team. Bro, you don't have no
Not
JV
me.
teams, bro.
Boston is a JV team.
Zero
I'm
JV
sorry.
team.
You got true. Boston it might have a down year. They still with the on my team, but you have
Yeah,
0
yeah.
JV teams, bro. We might have to switch it up a little bit. I don't know, man. You kind of cooking us in the head to heads, bro.
Look, I'm great at drafting. That's all I do on 2K.
Right. Aaron, you up next, brother.
Yeah, in the West, I got the Dallas Mavericks, Los Angeles Lakers, Utah Jazz, and in the East, I got the Orlando Magic, Chicago Bulls, and Washington Wizards.
Six C's.
In the West, I got the Thunder, the Grizzlies, and the Nuggets. And then the East, I got the Pistons, the Sixers, and the sorry Nets.
0-5 representing.
Yeah, they horrible, brother.
Big Dave.
All right, in the West, I got the Clippers, the Unction. Houston, we have no problem. I got the Rockets. I got we all need a ring king. I got the Cleveland Donovan Mitchells, Miami Heat, and then my flying YNs, the Hornets.
We all need a ring kings is crazy because that's all they say. That's
The
everybody
whole
on
team.
that team.
The whole
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
Man, some real Hall of Famers, man, about to go out. Charles Barkley.
Nah,
And,
bro, nah, this our year. I couldn't even take myself serious.
No, for real. And Team Blue consists of the bad fucking news New Orleans Pelicans, Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the don't stare directly into the Phoenix fucking Suns. In the East, I got the Atlanta Hawks. What more do you want from me? Indiana Pacers, short one Tyrese. And the good to bet on, bad enough to hate watch Toronto Raptors. Again, man, the purpose of this pod is to not only share our obsession with hoops with like-minded fanatics, but to give equal time and attention to some of the franchises and players who are not always fairly or equally covered by the mainstream media, if even at all. It's our hope that we can provide a fair amount of coverage for those underrepresented markets, create a credible access point for new and lifelong fans of the sport, and most importantly, just enjoy ourselves talking about, learning from, and growing with the game we love. So without further ado, let's go to war, gentlemen. Out the gate, we got the Atlanta Hawks, man. The Atlanta Hawks are 3-3. They went 2-1 this week, man. And for the first time all season, they're showing what balance is actually looking like. First, they fell to the undefeated Chicago Bulls. Shout out to the Bulls, man. Who fucking saw that happening? Who saw that coming? That shit's crazy. 128-123.
Undefeated?
Despite big nights from Porzingis with 27, Jalen Johnson with 25, and Trae Young with 21 points and 17 assists. The offense was cooking, but the defense, not so much. The Bulls' depth in that third quarter really, really buried the Atlanta Hawks, man. They tried to bounce, then they bounced back in Brooklyn, 117-112. Not a big surprise there. But even without Trae for the most of the game, Jalen Johnson dropped 23 points. The bench gave him 59, nigga. Nickeil Alexander-Walker plus Luke Kennard stepped up huge down the stretch. And then finally, Halloween night against the Indiana Pacers, 128-108, their most complete win of the season, man. They shot over 54%. Dominated the paint, 74-38 points, and Jalen Johnson flirted with a triple-double, 22, 13, and 8. Bottom line, Jalen Johnson is emerging as that dude, man, a fucking stud. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is proven reliable, and the Hawks are learning to win without Trae on the floor and establishing an identity that's complementary to him. So shout out to the Hawks, man. We're currently 3-3, and it's starting to look like, one of those Eastern Conference sleeper teams, man. I mean, like I said, week 2. So anything can change, anything can happen. But continuing to put together like this, even in the absence of Trae Young, I guess they starting to look like kind of a problem. Up next, we got the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, man. So Boston Celtics continuing to fight, continuing to make me proud. Sitting at 3-4 right now. Lost to the Pistons, but we did beat the Pelicans. As got a win over the Cavs.
Everybody can say that today.
NBA. That part, yeah, exactly. That's why I said it. And then, in the NBA Cup opening week game or opening games, we got a 109-108 win over the Sixers. That game was awesome. The loss to the Pistons was by 6. So, Caesar, congratulations. The Pistons got a win against us. Pelicans was 122 to 90. So that was a tough one. Cavs was 125 to 105 win there. And then that Sixers game, man, it was hard. Celtics were up 20 at one point in the middle of the second. They had brought it back down to 11 by half. Maxey, makes a layup to cut it down to 109-108. He then misses a layup. Minot gets a rebound, misses both free throws. Joel gets a chance to get the game-winning 3 towards the buzzer, misses that one. So, Boston is scrappy. I think they got a bunch of tryhards on the team and a bunch of energy guys, and that's kind of what this team needs right now. And so, guys like Garza, Hugo Gonzalez, I think that's a guy to watch out for. I think he can fuck around. I can see him like on an all-rookie third team kind of play, somewhere around there. So we'll see. But yeah, Celtics, it's going to be an ugly year, but they'll go down fighting. It's going to be the Fighting Irish the whole time.
I ain't mad at it, bro. This is a development year for some of these teams, man. Some teams that you would expect to come into the season as a competitor, those big Achilles injuries, those big, superstar, injuries, man. It gives an opportunity for guys who probably wouldn't have that opportunity to get those reps in, man. And we have no idea what it's gonna look like, 40 games down the line. You know what I mean? But like guys like Garza and Peanut, you know what I'm saying, might fuck around and tap into a Derek White type of come up, you know what I mean? So
and Simons looks good. Simons is fitting in, like I said last week. He's fitting in.
Right on. Brooklyn Nets, Caesar. What your Nets doing, man?
Man.
Do they look as bad as the Pelicans?
They almost just as bad as the Pelicans, bro. They pretty bad, bro. So against Houston, I want to say they lost. Houston put up 137 on them. They really 0-4 the whole week. They lost to Houston. They lost to who else? They lost to this week.
The Spurs,
the Hawks, the Spurs, the Sixers. They lost to the NBA, basically. Let's just sum it up. They haven't really beat anybody all season. We just gonna say it like that. It's still the same issues. They young. Man, it's just a tough situation out there. I think, like I said, if you really watched the stats last week, I think Cam Thomas is their leading assister, and that's insane.
It's actually Michael Porter Jr.
He doesn't even pass.
It's Michael Porter Jr.?
Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. is leading the team in assists.
That's crazy, bro. Like, what? He's leading the team in assists,
in
bro?
a team full of niggas who don't pass, somebody gonna have to.
Yeah, somebody got to pass the ball, bro. And then Michael Porter's the guy that's the lead, and he not passing.
Right.
That let you know. But yeah, it's just been a tough week for the Nets, man.
Hey, man, Joe Tsai's gonna pay for his crimes eventually.
Yeah. Hopefully next week, they turn that page. This week coming up, they turn that page. But we'll see. We'll see how it go.
Right on. Basically, what it's looking like, man, is like the teams are gonna be looking at Brooklyn like, okay, well, what can I pick from what can I pick up from them? You know what I'm saying? Like,
who's gonna end up with more wins?
Brooklyn and the Pelicans?
No. Brooklyn gonna win. Brooklyn's gonna win way more than the Pelicans.
What?
Because y'all got Freaky Zion over there, bro. That's the real
Freaky Z.
I threw up the hoop. I appreciate you,
man.
Duncan.
Ozipik Z is actually looking real good this season, man. It's just they got to draw something up for him, man, and that's the issue. That's the problem, yeah. But yeah, man. Up next we got the Flying YNs. Dave, what the Charlotte Hornets look like this week, man?
Just like the I don't know if y'all seen Freedom Riders or Higher. What's that movie with Morgan Freeman where he had to go to the school and turn it around? It's like
you smoke crack, don't you?
Man. Yeah,
Lean on me.
You'll get the best of them in class, and then you'll go to the convenience store at 7. They'll be robbing the store. It's just so up and down. It's just so up and down with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I love to watch them play, but I just need some consistency from them. I don't want to get too detailed with the takes because, I don't know. Because I could say something this week, and then the next week it'll be totally different. But
Right.
after the Wizards, after Sunday, Melo had like a triple double. I was happy. They come around next game and get beat by 50,000 points. So I don't know. I still got a lot of faith in them, but it's early. And like we were talking before we got on air, coaching is a big part too.
Right.
I think they'll be able to figure it out though. They're coming off a win Sunday, and I still believe in them, bro. You can't give up on the Whiteheads. That's when they spend the rest of their life in jail. So.
And I feel you, man. And I think, like, this year is kind of like, kind of a make or break year for LaMelo. I don't know what his contract situation looked like, but I definitely, like, I could see, like, if Charlotte don't show, a future, you know what I'm saying, or at least, intentionality with, winning games or trying to at least be competitive, and I could see him being shopped, man.
They got the pieces too, I'm a big fan of Miles Bridges. You got Brandon Miller, you got Khan. But they just got to put it together. I don't know. They just need one vet. I feel like they just need one like strong vet in the locker room. I don't even know who want to go over there.
To go re-sign, just go get James Johnson out of retirement.
Right. Cool. Up next, we got the undefeated Chicago Bulls. Man, what the fuck? Josh Giddey out here looking like Magic Johnson. What the fuck?
Yeah, the surprise of the season, the Bulls. When I picked them, I did not expect any of this. But yeah, the Bulls are perfect this week, 3-0, showcasing their new fast-paced identity with an offense ran through Josh Giddey and Nikola Vucic.
Yeah, big Vucic,
which
man.
Is
I gotta tell Josh Giddey, I'm sorry, bro. My bad for talking crazy about you last week, bro.
I was not familiar, bro.
Vucic's been killing this week. Yeah, Big Vucic's been killing this week. He's looking like the old Vuce back in Orlando that the Chicago Bulls traded for. He's finally got some space and some fast-paced teammates with DeRozan and Levine out the way now. But yeah, they started ended the week with a 135-125 win over the Knicks to start the NBA Cup this weekend, led by Giddey with 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists, and Vooch with 26 points, and Ayo Dosunmu with 22 points and 9 assists off the bench for them. Yeah, this team is clicking, and this is without Kobe White.
Crazy.
Who?
Exactly.
Matas has been hooping. He's showing people that maybe Zachary Richardson shouldn't have gone to compared to him, because they got real beef with each other.
Got ups.
They got real beef between those two. Matas and Zach do not like each other.
Nice. I love that. But yeah, man, shout out to your Bulls, man. That's definitely one of the biggest surprises, out the gate. Like,
I'll tell you, Matas isn't like Zach because early in the draft season, Matas was the clear number 2, had all the hype, and then here comes a player overseas with a similar body build, skill set, who's having okay games over in France.
He stole his whole flow.
Bar for bar.
Word for word.
He stole his whole flow.
Zachary was the new toy on the block.
I can respect it.
Yeah.
I can respect it.
So he got that chip on his shoulder, man.
And he's shown it. He's been playing good.
That boy cold.
Nah, I rock with it, man. And Chicago ain't had a lot to play for in a long time, man. So, with the East being in the state that it is, especially with the top heavy contenders sort of, out of contention, Boston, Indiana, like there's lots of room in the East. I don't want to beat a dead horse and say like, the East is wide open, because everybody say that, and I know people get tired of hearing that, but that's the case, man. Like it's gonna go through some shuffling in the next couple years just to figure out who becomes those top dogs beneath that top 3, top 4, Eastern Conference, right? And so that bottom 4, bottom 5 is wide open. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, I think the Bulls are poised to, make some motherfucking noise. Shout out to Chicago, man, for actually looking like something for the first time in years. Up next, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers.
All right, real quick, just easy, nice and easy. We 3-2 this week. 0-2 when Donovan Mitchell's not leading the score. And, as he who shall not be named, legendary R&B singer, help me. I'm fighting for my life. That's Donovan Mitchell. This man has to put up 35 plus just for them to, get a dub. And I don't know. Evan Mobley needs to step up. Jared Allen needs to cut his fro. And but we came out the week winning, so yeah, cool with it.
Yo, man, did you see? I don't know if anybody has seen that, but there's last season, Jared Mobley was wearing the same shoes every game, and not the same brand, not the same style.
No, same shoes.
Literally
Same shoes.
the same shoes. Like, he's like the nigga at school, you know what I'm saying, that show up with this. Bro, I get it, bro. Like, poverty is a bitch, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you only got, 2 or 3 kicks in rotation, you know what I'm saying? You show up to the school, them kids clown you, bro. Like, that's real life, bro. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't been there, you're blessed, nigga. Because, like, yeah, like, your shoe game was definitely a core part of your success as a child growing up. And so we all know and knew of a nigga who did not change his shoes, bro. Tears, tatters, run down, talking out the side, the whole nine, bro. Loose tube socks, nigga, the whole nine.
And I'm glad you pointed that out, because this nigga's rebound average is down significantly. So that nigga needs some new shoes too.
The nigga needs some new shoes, bro. the nigga was rocking Kyrie's with tears in them last season, bro. Like, why are you shopping at Walmart?
Donovan Mitchell needs some help.
Man.
I feel like this is an early season candidate for tear it down. I'm not saying you tear it, maybe a little tear.
Okay,
maybe
not
a
too
small
much.
tear.
Not too much.
Tear it down?
Like
Not yet.
maybe like a 4 or 2. I don't think that the double bigs
We
is gonna
still
work.
we still gotta wait. We gotta wait for DG to get back though. Darius Garland still hasn't got
What's the
back.
timetable on him?
Ain't no telling. It varies. It's varying, because I know that toe is very significant.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
for
can't
sure.
You can't
He's
just
got
push
turf
that.
toe, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing.
Yeah, that's up
So
and
probably
down
another
all
month
year.
or two. Yeah.
You don't want to rush no turf toe back, man, because
Exactly.
that's your whole explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? You ever think about how much your big toe works? how hard your big toe work throughout the day, nigga? Now imagine doing 48 minutes of basketball over 82 games, man. Like, yeah, that's no joke.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So another potentially developmental year. I'd love to see Donovan Mitchell, have some success this year, because I think he deserves it. I think he's easily one of the best 2 guards in the game. And yeah, it just sucks to see that, the situation hinges upon his heroics as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, a team effort.
And we are 4-3 though, winning record. So
Yeah.
there's just some light, I guess, in the darkness.
The redemption, the Lonzo redemption story has potential to, make some noise in the absence of Darius Garland. So hopefully, we'll see some developments in that moving forward.
Yeah, that new knee still got some
You
kinks
gotta
on
get some
it.
miles on it.
Yeah, you gotta put some oil on it. Yeah.
Up next, we got the local team, the Dallas Mavs. How we do this week, Aaron?
Finally got their first win. They went 2-2 this week. Mavs had an up and down week. They lost a close defensive battle to Sherrod's Thunder, 101-94. It was a Gabe game.
Yeah, for sure.
Low scoring, highly defensive. And then secured a narrow win over the Pacers, 107-105, thanks to Brandon Williams with 20 points off the bench.
Nice. Does this still feel like it's Rick Carlisle versus the Mavericks during those Pacers games? Or have we gotten past that?
Nah, he's still
got
out
our
here.
name. He still got our name written down.
Did Brandon Williams come off a DWI or something?
I was just want to say,
Yeah.
I want to point out Brandon Williams scored 20 in 4 quarters, 420. He got arrested for weed. 420, yeah. So yeah, he's coming over there.
Yo, do the knowledge, nigga. The math is math. Open your motherfucking third eye. It's basketball Illuminati.
Yeah, and then the Mavs ended the week with a disgusting loss to the Pistons, getting dominated in the paint. They got,
Crazy.
As a Mavs
got
fan,
dominant-
yeah, nigga.
That's
Yeah,
crazy, bro. That's supposed
Just
to
off-
happen.
off this stat alone, they got dominated in paint 72-26.
Damn.
Ooh.
Woof.
That's
My boy Jalen
Like-
Duran, he was going crazy
Bro.
that game, actually.
Duran had like 20 alley-oops that whole game.
Bro, aren't we down all of our fucking fives? Gafford,
Yeah,
Lively,
it was
AD.
it was Powell and PJ playing center.
Well, no, AD's a forward, power forward.
That nigga ought to be playing 5, but yeah.
no,
But yeah.
he
Yeah.
should.
So we had Dwight Powell out there, the people's champ.
And he was hooping.
What does he
Stupid.
have, bro? Why is he? Oh.
He's our Udonis Haslam, bro. He's our Udonis Haslam.
Yeah, Nick Collison for the Thunder back in the day.
He really should not be playing, but
Hey man, when it's all burned down, the AAC gets torn in half because the Dallas Stars and the Dallas Mavericks can't get along, and they end up shipping this team out to fucking Vegas, bro. The last man standing will be Dwight fucking Powell.
That's a bad omen. You just put it out there.
Hey man, shit, it's in the tea leaves, bro. I don't know what's going on,
Not for
man, but
real.
there's a lot of, I don't know, just a lot of static around the Mavericks right now, and you know, we can point to the ownership change, we can point to, you know, the Luka trade, we can point to a lot of things that kind of signify, you know, the changing of the guard, the end of an era. But you know, even now, outside of basketball, with the lease being argued over, and the stand,
27 is what it ends. Yeah.
yeah, and the Sands calling the Dallas Stars basically a terrorist organization. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. The Dallas Mavericks are a reflection of what's happening in America.
yeah, it's bad vibes over this team. Every loss, like people aren't even excited for having the first pick of Cooper Flag.
For real. Up next, the Denver Nuggets. Sherrod, what is it looking like?
This week, I want to say we were. Let me get to my notes. Yeah, this week we was 2-1. I felt like Monday night, was that the game? I think that was the Timberwolves. Yeah, the night they played the Timberwolves, that was a real good game. But it seemed like with the Denver, like the Nuggets this week, it seemed more like how it always is. Like if Jokic and Murray gonna go get triple doubles and drop 30. They're gonna be a good team. But if you look at the stat sheet and you see Murray got like 18 and Jokic with 22, it's gonna be an L, just like how it was against the Pelicans. It was a real good game. Like I said, that was that Pelicans game for the cup, like the NBA Cup. That to me, that was a bad loss for them because they was up 10 at the start of the fourth, and it seemed like they just crumbled. You know, Jokic couldn't get a shot. He missed the game-winning jumper. Aaron Gordon fouling late, giving up free throws. It was just a bad game. I feel like it was they could have been tired, you know, scheduling, you know, a lot of games. So I feel like it was just a bad week. We're gonna see how next week go. You know, they got a lot to do because that loss, like I say, that Pelicans loss for the cup, because you want to win the cup, as you clearly can see. Like,
and that was a Blazers loss for the cup, I believe, because they smacked the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Blazers, my fault. The Blazers. Yeah, that Blazers. You know what I'm saying? You want to win that cup because, as you clearly could see last year, it's advantages to it in the playoffs as far as like home court advantage, you know, little shit like that. So you definitely want to, you know what I'm saying, get that out the way. But it was an okay week, I guess.
Right on. Right back at you with the Pistons.
Yeah, with the Pistons. Yeah, it's same with the Pistons, man. Like I said, Cade and Jalen, like both of them, if they not having games like Cade got to almost get 30, and that's tough. You know what I'm saying? I still don't feel like we got anybody that can help him because a lot of games the losses come from, like, I don't think he always beat, you know, he's still young, so I don't think every night he get up for the game. It'd be like, it depends on the situation. So a lot of the games this week, like the Cavs game, you know, you would think like they'll be up for it, but he just was flat the whole game. They really didn't have nothing. Then he turn around the next game and go crazy against the Magic. It's just not a lot of consistency with this team. They beat the Celtics, the Magic, and then of course the Mavs. But like I say, it's early with the Mavs, so a lot of these wins against like teams like that, Mavs, Pelicans, and stuff like that, you kind of expect. But at the same time, that Cavs win would have been a great win. It just, you know, Donovan Mitchell, a bad man.
Feel that. Why the Pelicans keep catching the slugs, nigga? We ain't even play the Pistons this week. Damn.
Man, bro, it's just y'all just that team on the schedule that everybody circle like, oh, we play the Pelicans.
We play the Pelicans.
Ooh-wee.
Easy dub.
I'm put up 30 right quick. Let me get some highlights, nigga. I have not stopped seeing the fucking game winner from the Clippers, bro. Like, I liked one post I like one post, nigga, and every time I refresh my feed, nigga, it's a different angle.
That
Kawhi
was the
hitting the
ugliest
game.
game winner too. Kawhi hit that game. I'm like, Kawhi, that's
Bro.
Ooh.
And
Patting
James
Kawhi,
Harden shaking
though.
Zion out of his shoes. Zion
Yeah.
got shook twice. He got shook by James Harden and Kawhi on simple dribble moves, bro. And I ain't stopped seeing it since it happened, bro.
Man, you could always come over here to us, bro.
Hey man, something about this team, man. Even when I tell myself like the Mavericks and the Timberwolves are like my 1A and 1B, bro. Like something just keep bringing me back to the fucking Pelicans, bro. I don't know what it is. I think I like the play-by-play guys too. It's like, you know, I'd invested all this time and shit, bro. Like I'm here now.
Nah,
Gabe, Warriors.
Yeah, man. So Warriors sitting at 4-3. A couple wins over the Grizzlies, the Clippers. A couple of losses actually to the Bucks and the Pacers.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, for me, if I had to sum this week up for anything else, it's like it's just a week of like missed opportunities.
Mhm.
They should have and could have went 4-0 that week, or this week rather. And I mean, the Bucks game, I'll go over that here in a little bit when we talk about the Bucks, but that was the Ryan Rollins fucking game
Man.
right there. And so I remember watching that game and like being super like into it,
Yeah.
just like invested for this man's success. So, but you know, so okay, cool. One game to Ryan Rollins, I guess, but then to lose 114 to 109 to the Pacers. And I mean, shout out Pacers, man, because they're always being scrappy and they have that championship DNA in them. But like, considering the amount of injuries that team's dealing with, there's no excuse why they should have lost that game.
For sure.
You know, Curry specifically in that game went 4 for 16 from three, had 24 points, but when he doesn't shoot that well from three, like, you know, some of those points are going to feel empty.
Right.
You know, Kuminga is stayed consistent. He's really, to me, kind of solidified his position as like their third scorer, that third option there. In terms of his ability to like cut and get to the basket and really just like change it up, because like he's the youngest dude on the team of old guys, and he's got more vertical than the rest of the team combined, probably.
Right.
And so I think he's played a huge role there. I think, you know, this team, I think the biggest thing that I see so far is like they need a second ball handler, like a legit second ball handler. Because Pagenta is cool, but he can be inconsistent. I know that they just picked up his player option, so he'll still be around. But to me, he's more of a two who pretends to be a one. And, you know, not to say they need to go get Chris Paul, but when they had somebody like Chris Paul to back up Curry is when I think that offense probably looked its best, and it'll look different with Jimmy. But, you know, I think it's an okay week for the Warriors, but disappointed. They should have went 4-0.
What does a secondary ball handler, what profile, what fucking template of secondary ball handler fits that Golden State style? Like, who could you see being, regardless, contract irregardless, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like, who could you see
So, like-
playing that role?
So like a Trey Jones or like a Scottie Pippen Jr.,
Yeah.
right? Somebody who like has the ability to score,
Mhm.
you know, if they need to, but that's not their preference. They need a true like pass first point guard,
Gotcha.
right? So somebody
So not Cam
who
Thomas.
fits like not Cam Thomas, not Cam Thomas. They in fact need less Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is more like Jordan Poole. We saw
Right.
how that worked.
Right.
Yeah,
Another slug from New Orleans. Jordan Poole's a Pelican now. The Rockets up next. Dave,
Man,
what happened this week, man?
so- I'm gonna call Nats. At Houston, we have no problems. We started out the season 0-2. We're on a 3-game win streak right now.
Nice.
I'm just liking everything I'm seeing. It's like they're pulling it together. KD is doing what KD does. But Torrey Easton against the Nets, 5 threes. I got my notes right here. I had to make sure. I
Come
talk
on,
about the
Dave A.
Rockets, so, like,
Smith.
you understand? So first of all, versus the Nets, you know what I'm saying? Versus the Nets, it was a given. The game was won before the game even started, honestly. But Torrey Easton, 5 threes, 22 points. Reed Shepherd was a highlight of this game, 15-8. Moving on to the Raptors. Another win, 132 with on this win streak, 135 plus points each game, which is pretty crazy. KD scored 31 on the Raptors. Shadoon almost flirting with a triple-double again, 18, 19, and 8. Steven Adams was the highlight of this game, 12 and 12. Out rebounded the Raptors 53-22, which is pretty crazy. We had 7 players with 5 rebounds or more. And then we beat the Celtics. Jaylen Brown, what's his name? Jaylen Brown, yeah, he needs to go ball. Get him out of here. KD, 26. A man, 17 and 9. Shadoon almost another triple-double, 16, 10 and 9. I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Houston. People was talking shit when we started out 0-2, but we're here now.
And you in the
I
city
think it's
too,
gonna-
right?
Yeah, I'm out here.
The energy, man.
the energy is immaculate. It's just wonderful. I ain't seen KD yet, but I'm sure I'm gonna run into him at like a weed shop or something. But yeah, we winning. So we're playing the Mavs right now, actually, but we'll talk about that next week.
Already. Yeah, man. No, I've got some insight about that Toronto game too. But yeah, shout out to Houston, man, for putting it together. And and I like to see, I like to see Houston succeed, man. I like to see Reed Shepherd, find his way. You know what I mean? And we talked about some of the first week jitters, some of that shaking that rust off, man. So yeah, it's good to see the Rockets bounce back.
Yes, sir.
Up next, we got the Indiana Pacers. That is my team, who were previously winless until they snuck a win out the Warriors, man. Tyrese Halliburton and his nerves of steel stole the entire story of last year's playoffs, man. Despite OKC being the clear favorites and dominating the entire season, man, Halliburton's late game heroics and the Pacers' hero's journey through the postseason had the uninterrupted attention of the entire basketball world. And this, as we all know, ended in heartbreak, right? With him rupturing his Achilles and, pretty much being sidelined for the entire season, man. With their leader sidelined, what they expected to be the entire season, and having lost Miles Turner for simply not re-signing him, the Pacers were expected to be a shadow of their former selves this season, man, and this has proven to be true. The team maintains much of last season's group. Pascal Siakam and Aaron Nesmith are the only ones currently seeing any action, as Ben Mathurin has a foot injury, Andrew Nembhard is out with a shoulder injury, Obi Toppin just had foot surgery, and TJ McConnell has a hamstring injury. I mean, they all caught the injury bug and have been sidelined indefinitely, man. With this kind of bad luck, the skid is expected, but they still managed to put up a fight, losing only by 4 to the Timberwolves, 2 to the Mavericks, and even sneaking their only win this season against the Warriors, proving there's some depth to explore even amid the loss of personnel, man. They fuck around and signed Matt McClung, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He actually out there looking like an NBA player.
It's because they have a good coach.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The Carlisle formula is battle tested. You know what I'm saying? He's a solid coach, man. And having lost as much as they have and still putting up a fight, I mean, it's pretty impressive, man. Again, 1-5, nothing to write home about. We'll probably be spending the rest of the season in the trenches. I fully expect Pascal Siakam to take some time off just because like he's shouldering the burden, and has been since last season. But yeah, as of right now, the Pacers is just looking like one of those teams that's going to take a year off. And, do they own any of their draft picks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe even, say, to hell with Miles Turner, we'll find some in the lottery. You know what I mean? So there's some hope at the end of the tunnel, but don't expect nothing from the Pacers this year, man.
Who knows? Maybe they'll trade Tyrese and end up with the number 1 pick.
That's wild. That's wild.
You know who the Pacers,
right out the Mavericks playbook, huh?
You know who the Pacers got their pick back from?
Don't say that.
Was it from the Mavericks?
No, I know what he's gonna say. I know he's gonna say the fucking Pelicans, bro. the fucking bad news Pelicans. We gonna shit on my Pels. We gonna shit on my Pels the whole pod, man. Fuck it. It's the Pelicans roast, bro. That's gonna be the name of the episode. The fucking New Orleans Pelicans roast, bro. We roasting New Orleans bird today. Up next, we got the Clippers. Speaking of Pelicans, we got the Clippers. What happened this week, Dave? Besides the obvious.
Auction. Yes, sir. Okay. So, I don't know. We looking a little good. I think what are we 2-1 this week? Play the Blazers. Kawhi dropped 30. Zoo 21. Uno, aka James Harden, 20-13-7. We was down in the first half. We outscored them 32-22 in the third to win. I was like, okay, looks like my niggas, we got something together. The Bengay starting to kick in, a little less painful. And then we turned around and played the Warriors. And in true LA fashion, I turned the TV off because this game was horrible. This game was, I tried to watch it for 2 quarters, bro, and it was like, am I at LA Fitness? I don't know what it was, but both teams just played like trash. So I have nothing on that game. And then we've talked about it enough, but the Pelicans, clock 34, game was from Kawhi. I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. I don't want to, beat the dead bird. But yeah, you know how to end it. So
it's a good game, though. Clippers, it was a good game. It was a good game. It wasn't a blowout. You know what I'm saying?
It was a good game, which worries me because the Pelicans are not a good team. But it's crazy because on one spectrum I got the YNs who are up and down, and I got my Uggs who are up and down too. But I'm gonna just keep an eye on both these teams. 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna have more of a decision on how I think this is gonna go. But right now, 2-1, not a bad week.
I think the most slept on part of that Clippers team, man, is just the presence and the impact of Ivica Zubac.
Oh yeah,
And as a screener, as you know what I'm saying, like the man
So
in the
underrated.
middle, like he's super
Yeah.
underrated, bro. But like he really
Still.
bought into that role, man. And like, yeah, I think anybody who either passed up or handed off Lakers, a young Zubac, man, is really kicking themselves because in a league where motherfuckers either avoid or refuse to label themselves as a true big. Like the ones who do are rewarded for it, man. You get to play with James. You get to set picks for James Harden, and he gonna feed.
Yeah.
He gonna, you know what I'm saying, take advantage of those
He's in
mismatches.
such good hands too.
Yeah, man. No, I think Zubac is one of my favorite bigs in the league, man. I think he benefits greatly from being in that system too.
that's a fact.
Up next, we got the Lakers.
Yeah, we got the Tres Leche Lakers.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Lakers went 3-1 this week, led by Austin Reeves doing his best Luka Doncic impersonation.
Austin Reeves.
With Luka out this week, Reeves had a legendary 51 point, 11 rebound, 9 assist game to beat the Kings 127-120. Then the following game dropped a 41 point game and a loss to the Blazers. And then that Timberwolves game, we probably can speak more about it later, but
Yeah, man.
two of the 3 Tres Leches went off for that game with Jake LaRavia
Crazy.
getting his get back.
Who is 12?
Who is 12? He said, I'll show you.
Yeah, bro.
And showed him.
And then Luka Doncic returned to the lineup for the final game of this week, dropping his casual 44-point game. Just sleepwalking into it at this point.
I thought you were gonna say dropping his nuts on the Timberwolves, on the Grizzlies, because that's what the fuck.
Yeah, no. A man is currently averaging 40 points a game.
No, real life.
That's just crazy. That's just crazy.
Defense wins championships.
Hey, that's what the math say.
Yeah.
That's what they got Marcus Smart for. No, man, the Lakers look good, man. The Lakers look good, man. And for them to, to go from the LeBron James and Friends show to, Luka and the Beatles and the fucking Rolling Stones, insert, a predominantly white band here. You know what I'm saying? The white hot Los Angeles Lakers, bro. Like they look, they the team to beat, bro. They're looking way better than I think anybody expected them to look coming in. And of course, like, you've got LeBron, you've got Luka, you've got, the expectations set by, how well that Austin Reeves and, and those guys have played. But yeah, in the absence of LeBron, bro, like it's looking like, they're in good hands.
Playing good team basketball right now.
Yeah, the right way.
The white way.
The Grizz, what the fuck is going on in Memphis, man?
That's the coaching staff.
Man. Yeah, for real. That's what I was just gonna get to. Well, ask the coaching staff. That's what John said. That's all. That's the week. That's what you gotta add, man. What's up with the coaching staff? That's the whole week for them. For real. Nah, the Grizzlies, man. Everybody was saying this earlier, but low key, this my candidate for tear it down right here.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies. I'd have seen enough. I already was kind of down on like Jaren Jackson, but they ended up going like 1-2 this week. They lost to the Warriors. This week was a for sure like big week for them. They played a lot of teams in West that you could compare yourself to. Mm-hmm. And for them to go to 1-2 out of that week is a bad look. And then you end that off with Ja Morant suspended and he don't know what's going on. Like I say, I just think, I feel like they done moved on, honestly. In my mind, the head coach, I feel like in his mind, he like, you don't want to do what we want you to do. We just going to go ahead and keep on going without you. I feel like the team haven't came to terms with that, but the coach, like, we not dealing with that. So I just feel
Which
like
would mean the front office is probably behind them.
yeah, for sure. I could see that too. And it makes sense, Ja, those years that he did, you know what I'm saying? He said he was good in the West. We finna find out. Finna really find out, because I don't really know what, you know what I'm saying, the next step for him as far as, like after this, what you gonna do? I mean, where you gonna go? Y'all feel like he'll get traded? Y'all feel like somebody will want him?
Bro, was Dylan Brooks the glue?
Nah, this thing he
Was
was.
Dylan Brooks the spiritual leader of the Memphis Grizzlies?
For sure he was. Yeah, he was. If people don't want to bring, I mean, but to be honest with you, you could say that about wherever he went, because even in, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
like his last situation, he really, you know what I'm saying,
Turned
you
them up
think
right
about
quick.
it. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like I say, the Grizzlies, it's tough, bro, because I could see the potential with the team, but like I say, with Ja Morant playing so like it's a style that the coach want them to play, and Ja Morant, like, I'm a bucket getter, bro, so let me do my thing and you tell them what to do. And it don't really work that way. You know what I mean? It don't work that way. So
I mean, he's not as good as he thinks he is.
Money aside, where would you like to see Ja Morant? Where could you see Ja Morant like
man,
making?
come on over there to the Pistons, man. Come play with us. Cade needs somebody.
Can't they already not shoot though?
We don't need him to shoot. We don't really. He can get to the cup at will. We got Jalen Duren. We got
Talking the paint up.
knock
No,
you out.
that's
Knock
terrible
you
space.
out.
That sounds like nightmare spacing.
Nah.
Maybe the bad boy Pistons all over
They'll be
again.
all right, bro. Because we not gonna straight rely on like offense, anyways.
Yeah.
We trying to stop you, and we really trying to punk you. So with a guy like Ja at front, most point guards gonna be like, Ja Morant, because he gonna talk to you. Then you got Amin Thomas coming in right back. Like, it's a
We're
lot
running
of
point in Miami right now.
That's exactly where.
Davion Mitchell.
Davion Mitchell.
My only issue would be is Ja willing to commit to a Miami culture, right? Like,
Nah, I don't
Oh
really-
yeah, he'll
will
love the culture.
he
Live.
mentally be able to
Live.
put his ego aside to check himself and like and play the Miami way? You feel
Ja
me?
will love Miami culture. We
I
got
think,
Live
yeah,
on
Ja-
Sundays.
yeah,
We got the
yeah.
strip clubs. We got
That's what I
the
say. I
beach.
think he can fit in out there for sure too. In Miami.
That's the
You
first
put
place my
John
mind
Hero-
went, bro. Is like it's a change of conference. It's not that far from where he at already, and like as far as like being able to have autonomy as the ball handler, being able to kind of create your own while also
Davion
having
Mitchell,
weapons
though?
around you.
Miami Heat giving up Davion Mitchell though.
Davion Mitchell's hooping. I don't think we give him up.
For
Yeah, you
Joe
can't give
Morant, I
him
mean,
up.
I guess.
Nah,
No,
don't
I
give
ain't
him up.
giving up Davion Mitchell for no. Ja Morant ain't playing no defense.
Well, then that's the
And
then
Davion
that's
went
the
to
whole
Baylor.
problem right there.
Right.
he ain't playing
Davion
no
went to
defense.
Baylor. Clean cut.
Yeah, like,
he gonna stay out of trouble.
He
Ja
gonna stay
Morant,
out
you
of
never
trouble.
know.
John Moran gonna go to Miami and little
Yeah.
baby them gonna be there every weekend.
I say send
They
Ja
Morant
Morant.
already
might have to
there,
go to
but they gonna
Brooklyn.
be there for sure.
Yeah. No, man.
So,
I think
like,
that's the next big story in the league is like where Ja Morant lands, because like clearly,
They gonna send
the
him.
Taylor
They gonna
Jenkins
send
is,
him to the Kings.
I mean,
They
we
gonna say
all
going
had
out
the same reaction.
there, going out there with them boys.
I mean, you pair him with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan though, and that's like that's
Yo,
What
that's
they gonna get?
like a number
I
10
always be
seed.
thinking about like what's gonna come in return, bro.
The
Like,
Kings is
Right.
good.
right.
I'll say send them to Houston, but I don't even think that's
and the
possible.
only reason I say not Houston is because like, and I don't know enough about it, but like I don't think the money is there.
Yeah,
and they
that's it.
still got
It's how
Fred
much they
Van
add
Fleet
up.
too. They
Yeah,
still
they got
Fred
way
Van
too much
Fleet.
on the books.
Nah, they'd have to move Van Vliet.
Yeah, that's what
They'd
I'm
have to
saying.
do 'em
They're
dirty.
gonna have to do
Yeah,
that.
do
And I
'em
don't think they're
dirty.
gonna be like, nah, they got too much love for him. Like
Right.
I said,
Yeah,
Van Fleet
I
got
feel
a
like
no trade
Ja
clause.
it's a weird spot for Ja because you don't really know. Like, to be honest with you, I can see with management on some like, well, we'll fuck around seeing you anywhere, honestly, just to
Right.
get you off the team. And
Right.
when you looking at Ja, it's like, damn, it's a tough situation, like I say, because I know he can hoop. It just ain't been looking like it. You know what I mean?
And it's like he
Yeah.
don't shoot really. He kind of, you know what I'm saying? He been working on this outside, but he don't really shoot like that. And so you gotta surround him with shooters because he gonna drive, he gonna collapse, the paint gonna collapse on top of him, right? And so like you gotta send him somewhere where like he can dominate the ball, he can collapse and kick out to a shooter, or he gotta change his whole identity
that
to
ain't
fit
gonna
in.
happen.
And is Memphis the thing that's stopping him from changing who he is? Like, will he be able to be a different version of himself anywhere else, or is he being Ja wherever he go?
I think he gonna be him. I mean, he doing the same thing he was doing in college.
Yeah. Send him to the Flying YNs, man.
Nah,
man.
nah, man,
Boy,
nah.
Charlotte, he gonna
Nah.
turn into a young boy. He go to Charlotte.
Yeah, nah.
It's gonna look
He gonna
exactly
turn-
like the NBA YoungBoy tour.
I'm telling you.
It's gonna be fun to watch though.
Hey, man. Yeah, that's tough, man. I can't even think about. It's hard to even think about Ja anywhere other than that. But I mean, yeah, at this point, it's like it looks like a prime candidate for how Gabe say, blow it up,
Yeah,
man.
blow it up. Yeah, they for sure up there at the top.
Yeah.
Could y'all see Ja in Portland?
No.
No.
Gabe
Dame
said,
ain't
not
gonna
on my
stand for that
team. Not my Blazers.
A Scoot Henderson, Jeremy Grant for Ja Morant.
Scoot
way,
Memphis
no way.
Scoot Memphis, I think, is a decent trade off. I think
Well,
that's
'cause
now
Scoot is a great
chemistry
player.
wise as
Scoot's
far
a
as
good
Ja in
player.
Portland. Maybe not, but I like Scoot and Memphis though.
Because Scoot Henderson is what Ja is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well, we're not finna just disrespect.
Yeah,
y'all
that's all I
like
was
that,
just
though.
finna say, bro. I was just finna say, hey, man, I was finna say that.
Well, yo, pump the brakes on Ja right
Man,
quick. Let's
yeah.
not forget, man. Let's
I
not
mean,
forget Ja
Ja's
Morant
been
is.
in the league how long? His game hasn't evolved at all.
Yeah, man, that's kind of wild.
But his game
But
is
he-
all right. You
I
know,
mean,
this
he
ain't my
been
team. So.
suspended like 2 years,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah,
so I mean, he ain't really
injury
had a
and
chance.
suspension. Yeah,
Injury, then suspension. I mean,
When-
don't get me wrong. One of those years is definitely his fault, but like, I mean, he really ain't had like, I mean, other than because last year he was hurt, right?
yeah,
So
a little bit.
So then now this is his first year where he kind of get like a full year, and it's a whole new coach, all of that going in. So
New
it's a
team,
lot
new
of
system.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? A lot of new
It's
stuff
still,
to
it's
it.
still, it's still an opportunity for him to buy in. It's still an opportunity for them to, you know what I'm saying, put it all together and like, make something out of it. Again, this is, week 2, but yeah, at the same time, for him to, for his body language and for his attitude to be like, kind of on Front Street like that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it does feel like the clock is ticking, not just this year, but in the years leading up to it. So I think that'll be something to watch for sure. Up next, speaking of Heat, we got the Miami Heat.
all right. I'm gonna be completely honest. For some reason, man, this team is not moving me yet. They're not giving me a reason to really pay attention to watch. When I do watch, I like end up going to make some food or something. I don't know. But we're 2-1 this week. 2-1 this week. Bam, I need more from Bam. I need at least 25 and 10. He's not giving me that. But we beat the Knicks, which is a good win, I guess. Went to Charlotte, put BTA, built their ass over there, and lost to the San Antonio Wimbies. But other than that, I don't have much detail. I'm gonna try to come back next week with more intel, more detail
for
on
sure.
them right now. But they're not moving
He
me.
looked good against Wemby though. He held his own against Wemby though.
Khalil? Yeah. Yeah.
Bam too.
Oh,
too.
Bam. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam looked decent against Wemby too, and he went into
Okay.
the game saying like, "Nigga, it's tall people all
He
over."
said it's tall, baby. Yeah, he said niggas is tall, bro. Yeah,
Niggas is tall, bro.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah,
I
and
did
like,
see that.
he held his own. I think he got a block or two, and and hit him with a 3-dot in his eye a couple times.
He
So
dunked on somebody too.
yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
from them. I forgot who it was. He dunked on.
I refer to Khalil Ware as evil Wemby though. I think them two.
Yeah.
It's
He
like
did like sideshow Wimby.
But yeah, I think
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Heat, man.
NPC
The Heat really gotta be like, we really gotta make some noise to make some noise, bro. Otherwise,
Exactly.
they just feel like a middle of the pack type of team, bro. And
That's
it sucks
exactly where I'm
because
at.
like we do know how talented Bam Adebayo is, and we have had lofty expectations for that group for a minute. So, I
will say-
hate to spam the blow it up button, but
No.
like-
I will say that with Austin Reeves and recent success, everybody's forgetting about the best white boy in the league. Tyler Hero has been hurt. When he gets back, Tyler Hero, he got the skin, he got the taper fade. You automatically the best white boy in the league. You got taper fade.
he's still
So-
kicking it with Jack Harlow.
Yeah. That's his homie. That's his boy. He just dropped a new Nike commercial, but I feel like when he gets back, it's gonna be a little better. Norman Powell's been out in and out too, little injury.
Yeah.
But yeah, once Tyler Hero gets back, we'll see what's really going on.
Yeah, man. Keep your eyes on Miami, man. Things might be shaking up over there in a little bit. The Bucks. Giannis down. Let's talk about it, Gabe.
Look, man,
You had reasons to
the,
celebrate this week.
the Milwaukee Bucks out here making it happen. 2-2 on the week. You know what I mean? But that brings them to 4-2 overall. Lost to the Cavs. Later on, they rounded out that week with a loss as well. But for me, the thing that sticks out the most is the 120-110 win over the Warriors that I mentioned a little earlier, the Ryan Rollins game. The man had 32 points, 8 assists, only one turnover, was had five from three. He had 13 of his points in the fourth quarter. And they did this with Giannis out. I mean, this dude out here balled the fuck out, had the game of his life. And who knows? Maybe I can see him being like a reliable, like 15, 18 point per game scorer, which on this team, with a team with Giannis and his ability to spread the ball, maybe that's all they need to kind of keep him afloat, to give him some consistency there. They forced 19 turnovers in that game. They shot 41% from three, 50 points in the paint. I mean, the Bucks have an identity, and whether it's guys like Ryan Rollins, Bobby Portis, Kevin Porter Jr., like they got a bunch of dudes who have chips on their shoulders, and it's a bunch of like, hey, my team didn't want you, so here we just threw you on the Bucks, and so
Right. Wasn't that the
somehow they're
story of
making it
Ryan
work.
Rollins too? Wasn't he formerly a Warrior and got the boot from the Warriors? I feel like that was kind of a revenge game for him.
Hey man, I'm 100% with it. Oh, there it was. The loss was to the Kings, unfortunately. So a concerning loss. It was 135 to 133. But who knows? If they were riding the high from the Warriors, so maybe that's why. But yeah, man, the Bucks, they get Giannis back. They stayed afloat. They did their job. I think if your star player goes out, if you can hover 500 for however many games that is, you did your job. So.
No, for sure. I think in the post game, Ryan Rollins said "Dub Nation," like a
Oh, nah,
Dub
crazy.
Nation. I feel like it was a Freudian slip, but at the same time, I think that was an opportunity for some get back against Steve Kerr and them, because I think they it was a situation where he might have been a casualty of sticking with that
Mhm.
with that Golden State core. You know what I mean? And shaking off.
They also did beat the Knicks, and I think I'll talk about that a little bit later when we get to the Knicks. But yeah, man, Milwaukee is continues to be my pleasant surprise out east.
Fucking right. Without Giannis is even more impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, man. All right, man. Up next, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. My Wolves went 2-2 this week, man. And last week I made a statement that the Timberwolves are tasked with figuring out who they are, what their identity is, with their star Anthony Edwards is unavailable. Because yeah, man, it was a little shaky start. A 41 point performance from Ant-Man gave them their first win of the season. But then a game later, they lost to Luka and the Lakers, with Ant, Julius Randle, and Dante DiVincenzo being the only Wolves to score greater than 10 points. So to start this week, that call to action was immediately tested as Anthony Edwards went down with a tight hamstring in the first 3 minutes of the matchup against the Pacers and would not return for any of the week's remaining games. The Wolves remain at 500 at the close of week 2 with 2 wins and 2 losses. But what appears on paper like more of the same is actually anything but, man. Julius Randle, hooping in jeans, is stepping up in a major way, providing a diverse scoring profile and playmaking as the hub of the offense with Anthony Edwards out. He scored 24, 33, and 30 points in those 3 games, in the last 3 games, on over 50% shooting. Jaden McDaniels is reminding us who he is, the stoic and stone-cold defensive menace who can also get a bucket, rarely deterred by the defender in front of him, and shooting the team's best 3-point percentage at 47%. Dante DiVincenzo, the big ragu, is showing up to play, setting the table for his teammates, nabbing at least 1 steal every game this season and hitting some timely threes, the most by anybody on the team. Naz Reid is getting back to himself, and in the meantime being serviceable using his size and is second in rebounds behind Rudy Gobert, adding extra possessions for the Wolves. And, of course, Rudy Gobert is Rudy Gobert. But with Anthony Edwards on the man, now cleared for basketball activity, man, I believe the Wolves' identity is starting to take shape, and it's not just a silhouette of one of the NBA's most dynamic superstars, man, but a fiercely fighting pack of real basketball dogs willing to scrap for 48 minutes or more for the win, man. So shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves, man, like getting it done in Anthony Edwards' absence. The numbers look great. Julius Randle is among the league's top scorers. I think he's at like 25, 26 points per game. And it's never pretty, nigga. Like, we hate the Julius Randle play like he grew up on a farm, nigga. Like, he's the most blue collar nigga the most blue collar hooper I've ever seen, but like getting it done, I'm seeing I'm seeing some good things. Bones Highland, you know what I'm saying, is getting minutes. Rob Dillingham is finally getting some burn, you know what I'm saying? So, Mike Conley is getting back into the rotation. So, they ran it back with the same squad. I feel like they could, use a little bit more depth, on the bench and down. But yeah, man, I mean, being able to get some necessary wins. And granted, they weren't super impressive wins. I mean, they only won by 4 against the Pacers. They lost to the Nuggets. They lost to the Lakers in the last minute, and then they won the game they were supposed to win against the Hornets. But yeah, being able to maintain 2-2, moving up to 3-3 on the year in the absence of Anthony Edwards, I think that's a good sign for the Timberwolves. All right, man. Here we go. Up next, New Orleans Pelicans.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Look, here we go, man. Here we go. I'm ready. You see, I had to double down on a bitch. You feel me? Come on, man. 0-5. 0-5 for the week. But yeah, technically we're already in next week, so it's 0-6. But yeah, man, like, golly, man. Rough week. Rough week for the Pelicans, brother. Pelicans fans out there, I'm with you. All 3 of you. I'm with you. It's been a rough week, man. Blown out twice by championship teams, man. The first one by 32 points and the following by 44 points, man. And edged out in a heartbreaking 1-possession loss to the league's oldest roster. The most frustrating part of all that, this team is loaded with talent, bro. Jeremiah Fears keeps impressing. Earned himself a starting job. Like, he can score, bro. He can score and defend. Like, he is the one bright spot, is that, like, there will be a great amount of development out of Jeremiah Fears, but he is an NBA player today, nigga. He is a starting guard on many teams today. So that's good. Derek Queen looks more and more comfortable game to game, man. Still getting used to that, that NBA body. You know what I'm saying? He a big boy. He kind of, he's still moving like a teenager out there, but he's getting more comfortable. I can see it. Trey Murphy still streaking, but is recently showing signs of life, hitting 5 out of 10 threes against the Clippers most recently. Herb Jones remains a defensive anchor and is growing into a reliable scorer. Zion's great, but even at 20 points per game, it really doesn't look like he's being maximized. And then Jordan Poole, which is the biggest story on the Pelicans, he recently lost his starting spot. He's coming off the bench now. And, he led the team in scoring all the way up until the Clippers game. And in the Clippers game, he dropped 30 off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Presumably in response to the decision to put him on the bench. Showing signs of dissatisfaction with Coach Willie Green. I'm watching him. I'm watching him call a timeout. I'm watching Jordan Poole dot the Clippers in the eye 3 after 3 after 3. He just staring at his own coach, nigga, like glaring at his own coach the whole time. And I know that's got a lot to do with the fact that, he's part of that, that second line now. And that's the issue, man. I don't want to beat up on the Pelicans too bad because that's happened enough through 6 games already. The team is loaded with talent. They love playing together. And if we can get the type of product that we got out of that Clippers Cup game, we win those 9 times out of 10, bro. Like, the Clippers are an exception. They're a great team. But, like, the type of production we got out of that type of game that was the type of basketball they need to be playing consistently. The game was otherwise a hard-fought win until the Hall of Famer on the opposing team hit a last-second shot over 2 defenders. So the team isn't the problem, bro. The direction is. The game planning is. The lack of sets and defensive discipline and the direction out of hot starts and half times and timeouts. At 0-5, the question isn't if Willie Green is in the hot seat, bro. It's how long before the organization finally admits that it's time to move on. That's where I'm at. I see the vision, bro. Thank you. As a disgruntled Pelicans fan, bro, I'm going to be the only voice for the Pelicans anywhere in any podcast landscape, bro. You will not find a greater advocate for the New Orleans Pelicans than me. And I'm saying, like, yeah, at 0-6, bro, 0-5 for the week, 0-3 for the week, 0-5 by Sunday, 0-6 currently. Like, something got to shake, bro. Something got to shake. And I don't think it's the players' fault, bro.
It's 100% Willie Green.
It's Willie Green, bro. That nigga sucks.
He's been there for too long for them to be this bad.
And Joe Borrego is sitting right there on the bench, man. And like we mentioned before, he was the coach during LaMelo's, breakout season. You know what I mean? His MVP All-Star campaign. You know what I mean? So, like, he's right there. But, I think like most sports organizations in New Orleans, They're slow to change, slow to move. They both run by the same ownership group, fucking Gail Benson. And, once you dig into the politics of it, it's like, what are we doing? Is this the next candidate for relocation? Are we digging a hole so bad that
wouldn't that be the second time
that the NBA doesn't believe deserves an actual NBA team is, you know what I'm saying, is up for grabs? Like, it's starting to feel, you don't find that suspicious, in the words of Dr. Umar? But yeah, man, shout out to the Pelicans, man. We still rocking, baby. And I'm watching every game, nigga. Shout out Joel and AD and, you know what I'm saying, the whole broadcast team, nigga. It's the best broadcast duo in the league. Yeah, man. Up next, we got the New York. Anybody else want to beat up on the Pelicans before we move on?
Nah, bro. Y'all had enough, man. Y'all had enough.
Today. I'm down.
You put a ball on it, bro.
I'm still hemmed up, bro. You can get some licks in if you need to.
You put a ball on it, bro.
Got it, brother.
And like, all right, bro, he good.
Oh man, I had to get that off my chest. I've been holding that in for 5, 6, 7 days, bro. I've had enough. New York Knicks, what we looking like?
All right, I'm gonna employ some acting here for a second. I want you to pretend like I'm holding up a sign, okay? Has anybody seen this cat?
Oh man, that's crazy.
That's what this week is for the Knicks. Has anyone seen this cat? Man, I'm telling you, bro. 0-3 for the week, but lost to the Heat, the Bucks, and the Bulls. I mean, hey, look, I was just talking about how the Bucks are dope, and they had, the Bucks. They got a good team going. We know the Bulls are undefeated right now. Surprisingly, the Heat are always going to be in for a scrap, right? I get it, I understand, but this is the New York Knicks with this crazy ass payroll, who traded everybody to end up with Cat and Brunson heading that defense, and so 0-3. Hey. The problem is, I don't mean to shit on him, but it really is Cat right now. Cat's only averaging, he only had 22 points on the loss against the Bulls. But overall, bro is only averaging 18 points a game. 18. I didn't even take the time to look, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't averaged that little since he was a rookie. Right? So 18 points a game. He's only shooting 38 overall and 35% from three. And this is the guy who called himself the greatest shooting big man of all time. And I didn't take that shit lightly because, Dirk played in the NBA, so there's that. I think the rest of this team seems to have been able to gel around Mike Brown in the offense and sort of find a role, because Brunson is still playing like Brunson's still shooting efficiently. In that same game, Brunson went 12 for 25, had 29 points, 3 straight from three. He's doing what he's supposed to do. It's Cat for some reason.
But after that,
after all that, Cat honestly, not only, first of all, Cat looks like the most athletic big man ever. Because we know that he's athletic. When he runs, he's like a baby giraffe.
He got chocolates on.
It's so.
What you say, Aaron? He got chocolates on.
Nah, he got clown shoes on.
Oh, clown shoes. He do run like his shoes too big, bro.
No, man. I just think right now the biggest problem with that team is Cat looks like he doesn't know how to play basketball with that team for some reason.
Yeah, it was very interesting at the beginning of the season. Sorry to cut you off, when they asked him about Mike Brown's offense, he was like, "I don't know where I fit in," and people took it as a joke, but obviously he was.
He really, I guess he really didn't. You're right. He really doesn't know where he fits in. So yeah, I think, all jokes aside, the Knicks are a good team, but if you're only going to get 18 points a game out of Cat on sub 30% shooting or sub 40% shooting from three, bro, it's not going to cut it, bro. Knicks will make the playoffs, but that's not what they're there for at this point.
Right. They spent too much money to just make the playoffs.
I don't think Mike Brown has ever coached somebody like Cat though.
Yeah.
So that's difficult for him too. He ain't got no offense for him. So that's really what they trying to figure out. They really trying to figure it out.
Who's tasked with changing their game? Mike Brown or Cat?
It's got to be Cat.
It's probably most likely gonna have to be Cat because Mike Brown got his style, but also Mike Brown got to understand I have a Cat.
That's
I don't have to make Cat be like Timothy Mozgov or some shit. I don't have to make him like that. I can make him be something different. You know what I'm saying?
That's the fact.
Just generally speaking, bro, Cats are really their own kind of people. They're their own type of people. So
I will say,
You said Timothy
yeah.
Mavs.
as unathletic and goofy and uncoordinated he looked, Cat is one of my favorite players to watch. When he's
He's
hot,
a
like when
baller.
he's on, like when he's
He's
rebounding,
hard.
when he's hitting three, like he damn near looks like one of the best people, like players in the league. So I don't know. They're gonna have to come find a middle ground or something because
Yeah.
you can't just let that go to waste.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll see. It's still really early. The team's going to have a lot of time to gel. They got a new offense. They have some new offensive pieces, obviously. So we'll see. But I mean, just because the East is kind of up for the taking doesn't mean they have the luxury of taking their foot off the gas. Like you can't put together 2 or 3 loss weeks and expect to be competing at the end of the year.
Cat gonna have to to be in Mike Brown's like favor. He gonna have to get it in on the defensive end because
Yeah,
for sure.
you know what I'm saying.
And I
That's
think if
really
we can
where
go
he
back to
gonna be.
when we can go back to when Mike Brown took over for the Kings too, I think they started off kind of slow too. Like
Yeah.
it took some
Yeah.
real buy-in to
Yeah.
like, to like
Defensively.
really, and then that was the year what
Yeah.
they went
They
to
lit
the
that fucking beam.
man, they lit the beam. They took Golden State to
they
7
lost
games.
the Warriors.
You
Yeah,
understand? Like,
yeah.
And
yeah,
then,
like
and then traded De'Aaron Fox.
you know what I'm saying? But that's ownership, and that's and that's par for the course for Sacramento ownership.
God
But
damn.
yeah, I think with Mike Brown, like it do take some buy-in, and Cat is the type of person who's been able to play his way his entire career. He's been the poster child for the Timberwolves. He was their franchise player. He saw regimes of versions of that team come and go. And so, yeah, a change of scenery, I think he walked into New York being able to be Big
He
Cat.
looked great last year.
He looked great last year, but,
Different coach.
Tibbs wasn't, right? So, you sacrifice some of your freedom, you sacrifice some of your comfort when you bring in that new regime and, and hopefully it amounts to more wins. So I think if he got the heart that people really question, if he got more heart than people, judge him for, then he'll buy in and I think benefit from it. I'm hoping that it evolves his game even more because like Dave said, as goofy as he is, as silly as he is, he's one of the scariest players in the league as far as skill set, as far as talent.
He's that important to their winning. That's why him missing is a problem. It wouldn't be a problem if he wasn't that important.
Right. Nah, straight like that. Big Thunder. What Look, man, Dave done turned his camera off, nigga.
Yeah, I'm already knowing how that go, man. I know, man. We just doing what professionals
right
do.
now, nigga.
We just doing what professionals do, man.
Look,
another week. You know what I'm saying?
Business
another
as
week.
usual.
Business as usual.
As usual, packing motherfuckers up.
Currently 7-0. You know what I'm saying? We trying to go that back to back. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, it's just depth, bro. Like right now, the way I'm looking at the league against the Thunder, they still kind of behind, but it is some teams that's scary, like the Spurs, Portland over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's some teams that kind of, you look at them, you like, wait a minute, if we bullshit next year, it could be a different story. You know what I'm saying? This year, I ain't saying it's a writing on the wall because injuries can happen, all type of shit can happen. But when I look at it,
J-Dub is out.
Yeah, but if Chet get hurt, then you know what I'm saying? Like that's two people.
They can't
You know what I'm
miss
saying? We
both.
can't miss two people. Like one is cool, but two niggas are out. Like that's a little bit much. So I just feel like we on our back-to-back campaign. Slight week.
I don't like how we just skipped over the fact that this man got takes for next year already. We only
man.
2 weeks in. He said, so next year if we bullshit next year.
Yeah, next year. Because I'm looking at the league right now. Like, nah.
I mean,
The only team I'm really scared of, like I say, the only team I'm scared of is the
simulated through the
Spurs.
season already, bro.
Oh, for sure, bro. I skimmed. I said, we beating them. You know what I'm saying? 7 games, we gonna beat all of them.
The next
Like
year
I say,
take is crazy.
Only team that I felt like, you know what I'm saying, they really got like where we could potentially have a matchup problem is the Spurs because of Wemby. You know what I'm saying?
Not Denver?
Like, nah, we done beat them before, bro. They old, bro. We done figured them out. As far as like we just watched Denver. And Denver, one of my teams, you watch them this week, you clearly can see like outside of Jamal Murray and Jokic, They really just
Who
a
have to
regular
be
team.
damn near perfect.
They gotta damn near be the man. They gotta go. Jokic got triple doubles, even though that's what he do. Don't get me wrong, but he damn near gotta get a triple double all the time. That's too much, bro. Like you can't have one bad game, bro, and we still win. Like that's the type of team, you know what I'm saying? You won't. Because even if you look at the Spurs, Wemby, I mean, granted, he has been playing great, but it's spurts where Wemby not playing the best basketball, and they still finding ways to keep that lead going. So I just really look at that. That's all.
Hey, man, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, bro. You know what I'm saying? They the defending champs for a reason, you know? And, yeah, I mean, they came out here as expected, smacking
It's just
shit.
depth, bro. It's just depth, bro. A lot of teams got
it's a lot of guys who are having opportunity to step up, you know, that may not have had as many minutes as they had last year. You know what I mean? Like, you know, guys are really, you know, solidifying their roles, man. And, yeah, man.
The head coach, too, though. I ain't going to just say it like, we do got a great coach, bro. Like, he's great for the team, bro. Like, as far as supporting the players and, you know, how, like, just practices and all of that. And last year, they practiced damn near every practice where it's a minute left, just like the Pacers series when the finals happen. Like, all right, we down. What we going to do? You know, and those type of, you need with young players to develop to the next level, bro.
Shout out to the defending champs, man. Not much needs to be said.
Yeah, we just played
Orlando
some
Magic. What we got?
Orlando Magic.
Yeah, the Magic had a 4-game road trip for this week. Went 2-2 with both losses and both wins being dramatically different. Both losses, they couldn't defend to save their life. Other team was scoring at will. For a defensive team, that's not what you want to see. But for the wins, they're dropping 120, held teams to 101 and under. Paolo and Franz had a great game against the Wizards. 28 points for Paolo, 25 for Franz. And interesting thing about this team is their usage with Paolo and Franz. To start the game, Franz has the higher usage. And as the game goes on, Franz, by the fourth quarter, becomes like a role player. Sitting in the corner, waiting for a kick out. And it just becomes Paolo ball. Paolo is shooting a little better, but he has a thing. He's like Kobe-itis. Tatum had this as well, where he's tough mid-range shots, pull-up threes. Not in this game. Paolo's more of a full head of steam, gets to the bucket. And another player for this for the Magic is Bane. He's sort of early on. It's still really early. He's looking like a lot like KCP last year did for them.
Dang.
He's struggling to shoot 25% on 4 shots a game. If he can get his shot going, it'll really open up this offense because they go from struggling to score to being on heaters. They're very up and down with this team. Like this week sums up the Orlando Magic for the past year and a half.
Yeah.
It's hot or cold, depending on the team.
Right on. Up next, Philadelphia 76ers. VJ Edgecombe. Goddamn me, Tyrese Maxey. Ooh wee, man. You muted, Caesar.
Yeah, them boys did their thing, man. This week, I ain't gonna lie, this is a surprising team for me, honestly. I ain't have real, like, out of all my teams, this might have been the team where I'm like, man, they really ain't talking about nothing. But surprisingly, VJ is really an NBA ready player. You know, I didn't expect to see that, you know, coming from them. They like I said, as far as them, the Sixers, they gonna go, you know what I'm saying, as long as Embiid kind of understand what his role is. When Embiid kind of step outside of that some games and want to, like, all right, it's his team now, or he do too much, that's when you kind of start seeing the old Sixers. But as long as they keep, like, Embiid, like, all right, bro, I mean, we young now, bro, so you gonna have to run with us. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the Sixers will be all right. You know, that Boston loss this week was kind of, like I say, it was tough, but it really wasn't. It wasn't the end of the world just because I felt like they played good enough to win. And, you know, it is Boston. So at the same time, like, not in a bad way. Boston good, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Like, Boston, you're going to always expect them to compete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to lose to Boston, it's not like, oh, this the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? So I look at the Sixers like it's gonna be a surprising sleeper team. Long as VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey continue to score at the rate they scoring, and teams ain't figured them out, they're gonna be a problem for a lot of teams because they still do have Embiid. They have that Embiid option to where like, yeah, he old, but there's not too many big men that's skilled as him. Let's say he can still score. So I look at the Sixers as more of like one of those teams that were like, I'll say 3-4 seed. I mean, I know it's early right now, but like I'm looking at them 3-4 seed for sure competing.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the season go, they might surprise people in B2.
I can see
B2 or 1. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the season go. But I just like I say, I like them. Out of all my teams, this might be the team that I've been watching them like every game I'm watching them like
Nice.
for sure, clocked in, like watching them. So I like them for sure.
Tyrese Maxey is currently second in points per game
For sure.
behind Giannis, and VJ Edgecombe is in the top 50 too.
saying they scoring crazy. It's like people haven't figured them out. Like this, the I'm gonna say the pace that Tyrese and VJ play at, people ain't figured it out yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
VJ can go fast, slow, fast. You know what I'm saying? Like he's interchangeable, and then Tyrese Maxey, nobody's standing in front of him because he's so quick.
He's Harden's top student, bro. Of all the spawns, of all the littles,
Yeah, I seen him
Luka
hit that double
included.
step back like I think it was 2 games ago. I said, boy, here he go.
Bro, bar for bar. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like
Yeah.
the heir apparent to you know what to the innovation that James brought to the game, bro. Like you can see that influence, and you can see that he took that leap, bro. 33 points per game, 33.7 points per game.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Crazy.
So y'all say Paul George out of there?
Please.
I mean, I think they should bring him off the bench when he comes back.
That's crazy. Paul George off the bench.
Hey, man.
It happens
Melo
though,
came off
but
the bench.
yeah, it happens. But damn,
Girl, you knock me out.
Put him behind the bench. Put him behind
Hey,
the
For
bench.
real, man.
Give him
Melo
a
came
mic.
off the bench, and we know Melo was a better player than Paul George will ever be. So
Come
Nah,
on, man.
for
And
sure.
speed kills in this game, bro. It's hard to play, without pace in today's NBA, bro. You got to get out there and you got to run, man. And, even the older teams, like, they got, looking at the Clippers, they got a huge advantage by having Derek Walker. Ain't that his name? The former Maverick dunk contest participant?
Derrick
Derrick Jones Jr.
Derrick Jones Jr.
Derrick
Yeah.
Jones Jr.
Man.
Get out there and run. Like you got somebody like James Harden who gonna push the pace, but like, you gotta have people that can get up and run, man. And the way Embiid has had that luxury of playing, the way Paul George will likely be moving coming off an injury, like I don't know if that complements what they got going already, bro. I'm surprised to see, Embiid contributing the way that he has, but like, watching him be kind of relegated to a third option, I mean, that's just.
I think he likes that though. I think Embiid don't mind it
Probably
because
what he
his,
wants.
I hope
his
he
knees hurt.
should. I'm glad he should stay that way.
Yeah. And
I mean,
Paul
that's the
George-
best way for them to win.
Paul George need to retire, bro. I'm sorry.
I'll say,
That's a lot of money to retire.
It's jersey.
I only see him on YouTube. I only see him on the podcast. I was like, I ain't seen him on the court.
Right.
Y'all think
Philly's
but I'm
guard
saying,
rotation's
when he
gonna
come
be-
when it's time for him to come back, is it trade talks or straight to the bench?
I think they
Ain't
paying us
nobody
too
trades
much.
for that contract. That's the worst
Yeah,
contract in the
it's
league.
gotta be. It's gotta be off the bench. I gotta be off the bench, bro.
What is his
What was your
He's got to
contract?
come off the bench.
What's his contract?
What was your welcome to the league moment?
He's got 50. I just heard that shit. Man, I think he's got 55 million coming to him. I think
No, sir.
this year and the following
two?
2 years. Yeah, he's got 3 years at 55 plus.
Oh no, sir. No.
Ain't nobody
sir.
trading. Not even the Nets are trading for that shit.
No, sir.
No, it's crazy.
I will say Philly's guard rotation is gonna be real fun to watch when McCain comes back.
Yeah,
Man.
because
And
you
Quentin
got-
Grimes been open too.
You got Maxey and VJ to start, and then they sit down. You got McCain and Grimes coming in. That's just
Yeah, that's
Dang,
tough.
And that's if they want to sit him off, because they could play.
Oh
They
yeah,
could play
nah,
for
Paul
5
George
out.
for sure gotta come off the bench.
Paul George is
Yeah, he's
playing
cooked.
that, you know, this Haslam role this
Yeah,
year.
he cooked. He cooked. I
Yeah,
forgot
man.
about Grimes playing coming off that. I'm asleep.
He might as well go and put a jumpsuit on, slide over to the coach's side of the bench, player.
Or just slide over
real.
to the scores table and just
Shit,
join
get the
Vince
ice for
Carter and teammate.
MB's knees. Just hold the ice for MB's knees every game. He'll
Sit him
be
next to
good.
Doris
That's
Burke,
crazy.
Yeah, come to next to Stan Van Gundy.
He'll be
Be the
good.
ice boy.
Be the ice boy.
Oh man, for real. How the mighty have fallen, man. Paul George, he was the inspiration for a lot of the young players, man. But I think as we looking around, man, like it really is the changing of the guard. Like, you know, there's a lot of players who are blossoming, who are, showing themselves, showing their value early on. And not just out this rookie class either. I'm talking about second year, third year guys who just have the opportunity because superstars are unavailable or because, just how the cookie crumbles, bro. And so, yeah, we're really looking at like this next season after, or two, like a whole new different crop of guys who are the guy, you know what I mean? And it's starting to, it's really starting to hit home now. It's really starting to like become a reality.
We're
like,
getting
yeah,
old,
this,
fellas.
Yeah,
the league is over. That league is over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a long time coming.
Hey man, we had a run. We had a run, fellas.
Yeah, we thought they was the Monstars. We thought we'll never see the end of
we didn't know how good we had it, man.
Yeah, they good.
We didn't know how good we had it, man. Up next, man, we got the Phoenix Suns. Now look, bro, I was a little harsh on the Suns last week. I'm gonna be honest. Most things I said during week 1 are snap judgments because it's week 1, you know what I'm saying? It's snap judgments. And as of week 2, the Suns are 1-2, but the vision is starting to better come into view, man. This Suns team has 2 sides. Devin Booker and his supporting cast of 3-point specialists. Book is currently averaging 30 points per game. That's 7th in the league, man, dropping 34, 32, and 36 over week 2's contest. The Suns lead all 30 teams in 3-pointers made, with 3 players in the top 10 individually. And as a team, they score over 41% of their points from the 3-point line, from behind the arc, bro. Like that is what's happening in Phoenix. The reason why it didn't make no sense to me is because I'm looking, I'm like, who are these niggas? And it turns out this is the style of play that Phoenix wants to play this year. This style of play is high risk, high reward. Only Boston, Cleveland, and the Knicks attempt more threes per game. And like, who's shooting threes in Boston, Cleveland, and the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? You know those names. But the concept is simple at Phoenix, man. You either let Book cook, usually off of screens or rounding that high elbow on the move. You break down defenses with paint touches, and you swing until you find an open shooter. Only Golden State has more passes made as a team. We're not even talking about assists, passes, right? Only Golden State has more passes. And we talking about the Warriors offense, you feel me? This has led the Phoenix Suns to being top 5 in total assists. So my criticism about their identity and their lack of marquee talent was slightly ill-informed, man. And although they're currently a win or 2 away from 500, it's not all doom and gloom. With everyone not named Devin Booker essentially being a role player, any night can be anyone's night. Grayson Allen, the team's primary contributor, which is fucking nuts to say, adds a solid 16 points and 5 assists per game. Royce O'Neal is shooting 42% from 3 and is currently 3rd in all players with 3-pointers made. And undrafted second-year player Colin Gillespie continues to improve, making the right plays at the right time. I can't tell you how many times I just sat down and I, had a Suns game on in the background. This Gillespie. I'm like, nigga, Dizzy? Who the fuck is Gillespie, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? You niggas playing jazz? But yeah, like, no, they're making the right plays, bro. And although they went 1-2 this week, the Suns are not rolling over for anybody. With those 2 losses coming in the form of single possession nail biters, man. With Dylan Brooks out with an injury and Jalen Green still yet to make his season debut, don't make the mistake I made in lowering your expectations for the Suns in a crowded Western Conference. The formula is there. And this team is a player or two's return away from putting something decently competitive together, bro. So it didn't make sense at first, but they snapped the Spurs win streak. The Spurs are now 5-1 because of the Phoenix Suns, and it didn't make no sense until I looked and saw like, nah, they shooting these niggas shooting for real. So, shout out to the Phoenix Suns, man. It looked kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying, first week, and and I have my doubts about whether or not Devin Booker was, the type of player, that can lead a winning or a competitive team. But yeah, 30 points per game and getting everybody involved, shooting the highest, if not among the highest 3-point percentage in the league. Like the Suns are don't look too close. You know what I'm saying? The Suns might be on to something. Up next, we got the Portland Trail Blazers. Your fave, Gabe.
This is one of my favorite teams to watch. I'm not gonna lie. So look, man, Blazers are sitting at 4-2. They had 2 losses to the Clippers and the Lakers. I'm sorry, a loss to the Clippers, one against the Lakers, beat the Jazz, and then beat the Nuggets. So they're actually 3-1 this week. I'm telling you, man, Blazers, they're a sleeper. They're not a top 6 seed. They probably won't make the playoffs. Maybe they will. Maybe they sneak into the play-in. But the way this team plays is like, it's infectious. Their identity, like I said last week, is solid. It's play fast, play hard, be pesky defensively, and just like muck the game up, make it look ugly, right? In the game where they beat the Nuggets 109-107, Denny had 23, Sharp had 19, Grant had 16, Kamara had 14, right? So you got contributions coming across the board. It's a very balanced kind of attack for them. They had 19 points off turnovers, which just goes to show you again, like the way that they jump the passing lanes, how active they are, how much they're pressing, which I think in general, I think the NBA period is kind of just pressing a lot more ever since the finals. And so they're great at it, especially because they got the guys like Scoot, right? Or I'm sorry, like Shaedon Sharp. Scoot hasn't played quite yet. The other thing too, man, Blake Wesley. If you haven't been watching very many Portland Blazers games, Blake Wesley. He's X Factor. He's like a ball stopper. This dude is like straight energy X Factor of that team. He has like the motor to him, and he's just fun to watch. And he didn't really get a lot of play in San Antonio because, San Antonio was rebuilding and is currently kind of still rebuilding. So they had to ship him off when they, had to do a consolidation trade. But Blake Wesley has been a great fit. I think, considering everything that's been going on with the Chauncey Billups situation and Tiago Splitter coming in with no coaching experience, I think Portland is doing as good or better than anybody could expect right now, especially being 4-2 in the West of all places, like we just talked about. So
yeah. And those ain't no scrubs that they beat this week either.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Lakers, Jazz, Nuggets. Guys are better than what I thought too. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a nail biter. Shout out to the Blazers, man. Another sleeper team that, again, given the opportunity, given the stage, can really make some noise, man. It's a new league, and nobody saw that coming, and I think they are set up to surprise a lot of people this year.
Now, who knows, man? Maybe in the next year or so, it could be my home team. We'll see.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not. You need a representative in the West.
I'm trying to get out of Texas.
That's your Celtics in the East. You need a solid number one in the West too. Up next, we got the Sacramento Kings. Dave, what's it looking like over there?
My Ring Kings, man. What are we? 1-3 this week. We don't have much. We lost our Lakers. First off, Austin Reeves dropped 51. What are you gonna do about that? On the bright side, we had 7 threes in the second quarter. Russell Westbrook had 3 of those. So I just want to point that out. Even though we lost, Russ did 3 threes. Lost to OKC. Russ back in his hometown. Well, not his hometown, but, pretty much his hometown. Russ returns, but to the hell that game. Zach LaVine, DeRozan returned to Chicago. LaVine dropped 30. We lost that game. I don't know. It's a lot of L's going on, but we did win the last one against Milwaukee and Giannis. This is my hot take team of the year because I feel like they're going to make a push, make the playoffs, and surprise a lot of people. It's just too many people I see the face you're making. Talk to me too much. It's just too much, way too much talent on one team, too many vets, too many guys who are comfortable with each other. Russ, Sabonis, Schroeder, all got history. Russ, DeRozan, LA guys, Zach LaVine, UCLA, Russ, UCLA. So it's a formula for success. It's just early. But I feel like if you give it some time, it's gonna mesh and it's gonna work out. But yeah, that's all I got for my niggas right
No, for sure. Still plenty of season left, and we've seen hot starts and slow starts, completely flip the script, by season's end. So, I mean, yeah, like if anybody is poised to, get it together and warm up and be real dangerous, I could definitely see that from the Kings. That, I don't think anybody was expecting Russell to land there for one. And so, like, yeah, there's a whole.
Dude, I was paying
There's
attention in the offseason. That was the spot. They was trying to move Malik Monk for the long to open up space for us, but
yeah,
he's there now. And I mean, it's gonna be surprising. It's just a lot of ties there that people aren't really paying attention to, and it's just Sacramento though, so it's just ugly and it's just bad energy over there. So it might never happen, but I don't know.
right.
I believe.
Shout out to the Kings, man. C-Web and Vlade should have got theirs.
Oh man,
but,
invest the FBI. If the FBI was investigating back then, not for real.
Right. Where was the FBI then? We nabbing niggas for poker games. Where was the FBI then? Goddamn me.
I wonder if Donahue refed any of those games.
If he didn't, he knows somebody who did. He know who did, and he telling it. And in 2025, he telling it on everybody. All right, the Spurs, man. Come on, bro. Tell us about Area 51, man. Tell us why we're all fucking doomed.
Well, look. So I think I forgot who just gave it away, right? But they got their first loss. But in this week, technically 5-0. Fucking Spurs, man. Like, obviously the Spurs are more than just Wemby. It's a team. It takes more than one guy. With that being said, let me just read you a few things, just so that way we know we're talking about a real life NBA player and not a 2K player. Dude, Wemby is averaging fucking 27 points a game. I'm just rounding up. 27, 14, and 5 blocks a game.
Crazy.
I'll just stop there for a second. So that's where we're gonna start at. The team though is super deep, man. Like the chemistry between him and Castle, again, like they play off of each other, they match each other's energy really well. Like it really feels like there's not a lot of like your turn, my turn kind of thing. It really is. They're really meshing together. And so again, I mentioned it last week, but when De'Aaron Fox comes back, I think there needs to be a serious conversation or consideration at the least of if you should just bring him off the bench, if for no other reason then you don't want to disrupt the chemistry that Castle and Wemby are already building, because truth be told, that's your future. Like right. Dylan Harper is there and we'll see how he turns out. But if you're going to make a choice between De'Aaron Fox and Steph Castle, it's going to be Steph Castle, whether that's now or in 3 years. And so you might as well start making that change now. Right. Because, San Antonio, historically, 6 men have been very successful in San Antonio. So who knows? Maybe that could be the secret formula to another championship run. Who knows? But man, I'm surprised. I'm surprised by the Spurs, and I'm surprised in that like I don't really see anything changing. I'm not gonna say they're gonna run away with the season to win 70 games, but like it's hard for me to not see this team win 50 games at this point if Wemby even hovers around playing like this for any consistent period of time. He could be an MVP candidate. They could win 50 games. It's hard for me to even project the ceiling because like their best player doesn't really have a ceiling to even project upon. So this seems great. And, being from Dallas, it sucks, but I got to respect it.
Hey man, my sister was a Spurs fan growing up in the Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker era, and I don't know if it's because she was attracted to all three of them niggas or what, but she was a Spurs fan, man. And I'm telling her now, like, bro, I know you got 3 kids and you a whole ass rabbi and shit, but you need to tap in with the Spurs, bro. Like,
yeah, man, Spurs are nice. Spurs are nice.
You need to tap in because like this is we and it's good for the league, man. Like, you know, whether you a fan or not, bro. Like, it's just good for basketball, bro. We ain't never seen no shit like this before, and it's not just Wemby. Like, they are continuing the legacy of Pop. You know what I'm saying? By not only building around a once in a lifetime talent, but like
doing
actually
it the right way.
Having complementary pieces playing beautiful basketball, bro. Like, you know, it's hard to root against. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I'll add, sorry, my cat's playing in the background. One thing I'll add, man, is not to say that, again, this is that caliber of a team, but the same way we were talking about OKC, maybe not last year, because I think we expected them to be in the hunt for the ring, right? But the couple years previous about, oh, like this team is super fun and they're young and they love playing with each other and it's the same kind of, I get the same vibe from the Spurs right now. So who knows? Maybe the Spurs don't end up being what OKC is now, but the vibes are the same.
And you ain't even mentioned buff Vince Staples.
That's talking about Keldon Johnson.
I fuck with his game, man. Them niggas get to the cup, man.
We should put a side by side.
Hell yeah, no. Shout out to the Spurs, man. I love what they're doing over there. Up next, we got the Toronto Raptors, man. The Raptors went 1-3 this week, man, with losses to the Spurs, Rockets, and Mavericks, all Texas teams, and then finally catching that dub against the Cavs during the Cup game, man. Toronto. I say it 3 times because the issue here is redundancy. All right, Toronto can score. They can run. They can pass. They can find an open shot. But they give up so many damn points, bro. They give up so many. Like, take the over, nigga. right, Caesar, in my line. Take the over.
Take the over every time they play.
Bro,
boys play no defense.
In their 3 losses this week, bro. In 3 losses this week, they surrendered 139 points in 2 of those games, bro. The opposing team almost hit 140 on them twice this week, bro. They are second to last in rebounds per game, only outdone by the undersized Sacramento Kings. And with Jakob Poeltl being the only true center and 7-footer on the team, it might be time to consider shoring up their size and paint presence, bro. If there is a bright spot, it's that Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, and Brandon Ingram are having great starts to the season, man. Each of them are averaging over 20 points per game, and the Raptors are top 5 in field goal percentage, right? They know their shot profile. They know their diet. They can go in, they can go out, they can hit the mid-range. Like, it's a lot of shots being made in Toronto, but making shots is not the problem. Stopping them is. Specifically inside, allowing an average of 54 points in the paint per game, nigga. You know how bad you got to be on the inside to get 25 shots made in the paint, nigga. Like, you're not even doing nothing at that point. I like Toronto, man. They're hoopers. Their big 3 is dynamic offensively, and as a team, they are sneakily deep. They might have found them. They might even found them one in Jamison Battle, man, who came off the bench during the Cup game against the Cavaliers and dropped 20 points off 7-for-7 shooting and 6 made threes. Like, who is this guy? But just as much as the game is about a bucket, without stops, all your opponent has to do is keep up the pace and capitalize on their defensive principles. And that was the case this week as the Raptors went 1-3. Up next, we got the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, I got back-to-back here with teams to cap off the night. Jazz went 1-2 this week with a win against the Suns to start the week and a loss against the Suns to end the week. To be honest, it's...
Get back.
Yeah, to be honest, it's the Lauri Markkanen show. And
he's trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, he's averaging 33 points a game on damn near 50, 40, 90 shooting percentage. Keontae George is in his 3rd year and he's emerging. He's averaging 22 points, but that's it for the team.
Keontae from Dallas, no?
Yeah, I believe so.
He's finally playing defense.
Yeah,
what he's doing.
Yeah,
he's a hooper.
One of us.
But yeah, the rookies they drafted over the past few years have not given much of anything. Taylor Hendricks is still working his way back from that gruesome injury from last year. Ace Bailey's still finding his shot. He improved his points per game from 1 to 5.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody
I
Williams.
couldn't score a single fucking point in the NBA, so.
Yeah, Cody Williams is not giving them nothing. It's just, yeah, their youthfulness needs to, hopefully they hit on somebody else outside of Keontae George.
What team could use Lauri Markkanen the most?
Pistons.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Pistons.
Why y'all think we need him?
Y'all have no
Did nobody ask me about Lauri Markkanen? This nigga Sherrod is in the front office of 2 different NBA teams. Special advisor to the Thunder and the Pistons, Cesar De Niro, has something to say about that. Actually,
Nah. I mean, I like Markkanen. The same way I be feeling some type of way about, like, this is my thing about big men, bro. Like, if you gonna shoot, then you need to be able to just do everything else that I need you to do defensively. Block shots, be a defensive deterrent. If you want to shoot threes, you can do all of that. But I need you to be able to block shots, stop people from coming to the paint, do all of that. And we're gonna have to give up a lot to get them. We're gonna have to give up most of our big men to get them. And I like our defenders.
Y'all actually don't have to give up much salary-wise. It's Tobias Harris, maybe Jaden Ivey, and Isaiah Stewart.
Right.
Giving up beef stew for Laura McKinnon?
No, I give up Stewart. Stewart can get a go.
Right. Stewart
can go. No, for sure, Stewart can go.
Stewart, Ivey, and Stewart Harris, and a couple picks, and boom, they got Laura McKinnon.
Probably haven't got to be a lot of picks. It could be just one pick and some seconds.
Long as Tobias Harris and Stewart get up out of there, I like it.
They have to.
Yeah.
I like it. If we can get somebody to take them, we can get a Stewhead team to take them. I love it. I love it.
He said, "Bring Lowry. I want Lowry now."
Yeah, defensive wise, I don't really like Lowry, but he scored so well that shit, bro. He had definitely spaced out the flow.
Yeah, Lowry next to Asar Durin, got Cade running point. That's
a good team.
It's easy buckets for him.
He'll spread the flow for sure.
Yeah.
That's the top 5. That's the top 5 in the East for sure.
Random. I know we on last week, but it's the OT watch. Speaking of Utah versus the Celtics.
Yeah, Utah and Celtics in a close match.
Damn, not an OT against the mighty Celtics.
No, Danny Ainge's trying to get his back.
Mm-hmm.
That's personal.
That has been a theme for the Jazz this year. It's either a close game or they're getting blown the fuck out.
Love to see it.
One or the other. But to wrap things up with the Washington Wizards.
Ooh, heavy on the watch.
The Washington Wizards. 0-4 this week. The lone bright spot was Sar's game against Embiid against the Sixers. Had a breakout game, 31 points. Made Embiid look a little washed, to be honest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's nothing else too bright about that team currently.
It's 0-4, man. You know what I'm saying? It's to watch the Wizards, baby.
Keontae George is still fun, still getting buckets, but man, CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton, dog, wrap it up.
Yeah, man.
But Chris Middleton is he's putting up 5 shots a game. He's just sleepwalking out there.
He want that check. He need that check. He man, let me just go ahead. I mean, who blames him? It's Washington, bro.
Nah.
Right. Like that's where basketball players go to die.
How is Cam Whitmore looking though?
He's looking like a net player right now, bro.
Crazy.
So not much of an upgrade.
Nah, he looked really good
where he belongs.
Yeah, he was getting into it with the coaching staff the first week of the season, being a little upset. But he gets the ball, he's not passing it. It's a shot.
Yeah,
he got the Cam Thomas.
Yeah, he's either getting 1 point per minute or 1 shot per minute. He's
on the
floor.
Nobody know whose team it is. They trying to figure out whose team it is.
Nah. Bilal Coulibaly came back, which is
CJ McCollum walking there thinking he's gonna be somebody fucking vet.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that nigga not a Pelican.
With you and CJ McCollum.
As bad as we are, nigga, at least we don't have CJ McCollum.
Yeah, luckily for the Wizards, CJ and Chris are off the books this year. Maybe they package him up for a disgruntled star, hopefully a point. Ja maybe.
Oh, Ja in DC.
That's the only thing they're really missing is a point guard to run the show. But
that's an interesting prospect, especially with all the young talent they got potentially. You know what I mean?
Hit a little reset button. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey man, sometimes you got to get punched all the way to to a Wizards uniform.
Hey, look, if the Washington they learned how to deal with Gilbert Arenas, I'm sure they could figure out John Morant.
Sometimes you got to get knocked out and wake up in a Wizards uniform to kind of, you know what I'm saying, remind yourself.
Gilbert they did let Gilbert bring a gun to the arena, so
maybe he'll fit in just fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know.
Shooting dice in the locker room.
Oh man, not John Morant, it's Gilbert Arenas 2.0. Damn, that was a plot development I ain't see coming.
Yeah.
But shit. Here we are, man.
Yeah, the Wizards get a point
NBA,
guard,
baby.
man.
It's a beautiful game, and even more beautiful, everything surrounding the game, man. I want to thank everybody for joining us for this installment of War in the Paint, man. Week 2, we made it through, fellas. We made it through. Week 1 was a little abbreviated, gave us, a late start, Tuesday start, but we went Sunday through Saturday this week, man. So, and we made it through. So, shout out to all my warmongers. Shout out to all the warlords out there in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe. Follow us on all social media, and continue to enjoy basketball, man. We love this game. The different streamers, the different networks are doing a great job helping intellectualize the game. You know what I'm saying? Bring us a lot more, content and basketball minds to the game as opposed to a bunch of niggas yelling into a microphone, wearing fucking silly suits and shit. So, no, man, it's a beautiful day to be a basketball fan, and we at War in the Paint appreciate the opportunity to just, talk about the game that we love, man. And yeah, I think we got us another hit on our hands, fellas. So, thank y'all for y'all's contribution. Shout out to y'all for bringing the pain every time. And shit, until this time next week, man, it's War in the Paint.
Peace.
Peace.